podcast.
Hello, everyone. I think this is the first intro ever where I actually looked at the camera. Hey!
What a momentous occasion.
Welcome to episode 7.
7.
Living in the past. Episode 9 of We Don't Exist.
I can't believe this. It's 9 episodes in.
No, we've been doing this for 9 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That is over 2 months. That's crazy.
Do you hear me in one ear only?
No.
Interesting. Maybe it's the splitter.
Yeah, because I hear you fine in both
All
ears.
right. Good.
I was going to say, yeah, we're almost at 10 episodes, which is weird because 10 is a big number. It's not a big number, but
it's
like
pretty big.
it's
for
like our
us.
first milestone,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting. I was looking at other podcasts and they had a lot more episodes than we did and a lot less views than we have, which I think is pretty interesting because like what, episode 5.
It was our first video.
Yeah,
one.
our first video episode has like over 300 views right now, and it's
Crazy.
like yeah.
People just want to look at us.
I know, I guess so.
I wonder if there's people that are like our haters that are watching it out of spite.
Definitely.
I would do that.
100%.
If I were you guys, that's why I would be watching this podcast.
Yeah. I saw somebody subscribe to us and they had a lot of subscribers. They had like 150,000 subscribers, and I was like, whoa. Following little old us.
Support small business.
Support small podcast.
The small business in question.
Deb and Jan. Oh yeah. We're here, we're queer, and we're totally clear. Especially this episode. We are totally clear, especially this episode. Because we got a little spooky. It's the second week of October at the time of this coming out. And we saw it fitting to be telling a little ghost story.
Be telling a little ghost stories.
Yep.
I was creating ambiance.
Yes, and it was working very well.
Thank you.
And so yeah, today we're telling ghost stories.
We're gonna be ghost hunting.
We have a lot of individual stories, so
This
get
episode
ready.
might not be as funny
No,
as previous ones, but it will be entertaining.
and it will be a little spooky.
Make sure your room is dark and you've lit some candles.
Turn out all the lights.
Maybe take a nice bath.
Unlock all the doors.
Unwind. Put your headphones on full blast.
Mm-hmm.
And then let us take you into this fantasy.
Ooh, yeah, let us take you somewhere.
Yeah. We're coming into your homes.
Yes. Give us your most valuable things, please. First and foremost, how are you, Deb? How you been?
Oh, baby, I've been overwhelmed.
I've been overworked. Underpaid. I've been underpaid. I'm crying.
No, I'm just overwhelmed. I've gotten very overwhelmed as of late because we have some guests staying with us at my house. In the room next to mine, and there are 2 children.
Gross.
One is a baby and one is a toddler, and they're menaces and they don't get disciplined, and the baby cries at night, and it's hard for me to sleep, and I'm just not a fan of kids in general. So having to deal with them during the daytime in the nighttime is tough. I don't know how these people can just raise these people
Right?
like on the daily. Now I know why you leave them with other people so much. They're hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But that's what's been overwhelming. I got my nails done. It was like Junji Ito inspired because I love his stuff. I'm wearing a skirt that is Junji Ito, if you could see it. But they're all white with one spiral nail. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can.
She's a swirly girly.
I love swirlies. I'm a squirrely girl. And then me and Jen went thrifting today.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, let's get you out of the house.
Yeah, because it was tough. And then Oh, I wanted to tell them about our boba addiction.
Yeah, we haven't gotten boba today, which is pissing me off because I want boba right now.
And they close soon, I think.
They do close soon. We
So-
should ask them to get us boba.
Yeah, I'll give them my stamp card. I need my other free boba.
We need our boba.
I have like 8 more stamps until I get a free boba again.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. I don't give a single frig how authentic the boba is. I don't care if it tastes good. I want it.
It's delicious.
If the boba is the right texture, if the drink is the right amount of sweetness, I want it.
And
I
the
don't
boba
care.
place by my house is extremely delicious, and there's not a lot of people that go there.
Yeah, it's always empty.
And it's close by.
And they give stamp cards.
Yes. What other boba place does it like that?
For real,
No
not
other
many.
boba place. And so we have an addiction, and it's like almost animalistic and ritualistic. The need for boba every time we're together. It's like,
And I had boba yesterday too.
you had boba Janice, we can't get boba today.
I need it.
You're in a drought. One day, no boba.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that. That's how I've been. How have you been?
I've been okay. I experienced the post-concert downies, the post-concert dysphoria, depression, whatever you want to call it, because I went to the Daisy concert. It was beautiful. Met Jack Black.
Mean.
Is Jack Black a Daisy fan? Like, what the fuck? But anyways, he was kind of rude. The thing is, like, nobody knew he was at the show because he was, like, at this upstairs, like, VIP level, and it's all dark up there, so nobody saw him. But he came down the stairs as we were all leaving. So it's like,
If you're
sir,
gonna be mean about attention, maybe don't put yourself
literally,
at
you're
the center of
fucking,
attention.
you're fucking Jack Black. People are gonna recognize you. So there were a couple people that like said hi to him and like wanted pictures with him, and he kept saying to every single person, including myself, here we go. Okay, here we go. And it's like, don't be a brat. The people were kind of like not being fully respectful of him in the way that they didn't like ask politely to take a picture. But I did. And my boyfriend, like Matthew, was going straight for the picture, like camera out and everything. And he wasn't really like asking.
Yeah.
And I was like, sorry, can we get a picture too? And then he's like, here we go. And I was like,
Girl.
and I was like, I really like your jacket. That's really cool.
You're Jack Blackett.
And then he didn't acknowledge that I said that. And then we took the picture. And then I was like, have a good night. And then
You too, yeah.
he didn't say anything. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make this experience a little more pleasant, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, the concert was fucking awesome. I love Daisy. She's so fucking cute. They came out for their encore in little angel costumes, all of them.
Aw.
Fucking, what's his name? Rat. His name is Rat. He's the guitarist.
Of course.
He's a music teacher, and his students were at the show.
Aww.
It was cute. And it was Daisy's last concert ever as a band, so it was sad for them, but also sad for me because I've seen them twice now, and I'll never see them again. But it was really fucking awesome, and we moshed, and they signed my shirt. I met them. I took the ugliest fucking picture with them
You
ever.
look good.
I look disgusting.
You look good.
And yeah, so that's like my biggest update. But I also applied for disability, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I get any friggin' money. And in order to apply for that, I had to like look back at like paychecks and stuff, and the amount of fucking money that I would make at Target is ridiculous.
The amount of money that we would make, and then the amount of money that we spent.
I know. And it was, I just miss it so much. I miss having an $800 paycheck like every other week.
Yeah.
And now I have no savings. So here we are. Disability, please kick in. yeah, I was also gonna say Goodwill in my update, but I found some stuff that I might sell. So I guess follow my Depop. It's Pinche Corazon. Ha. And I guess maybe we could link it in the bio. We could link yours too, since you're gonna start selling clothes.
Yeah.
I found some stuff that might be worth a little bit of money. $30 here, $30 there. Hey,
I've got some
it makes a difference.
good pieces that are gonna be up for sale.
And the last thing that I wanted to update you on is that for the past 2 episodes, not including today, I have been congested. And you know what that congestion turned into?
What?
A sinus infection.
Oh.
So now I am even more congested, and it's affecting the way the way I'm actually saying words. And I tried singing on the car on my way over here. So bad.
Being congested and singing don't
Terrible.
go together.
Terrible.
It sucks.
And it's the mucus is so green. It's disgusting. I hate it. And I've never had a sinus infection this bad. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I can't eat or drink anything and thoroughly enjoy it, because it's just choking on it, but whatever.
That's tough business. Tough business.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, those are our updates. That's how we've been doing. Mainly, especially that's. Oh, wait.
We didn't say one big thing that we just did together.
No, we didn't. Okay.
As per our last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Or our last episode.
There's been a big drama going on. The Try Guys. We all
know the drama.
Mm-hmm. We all know the drama. We're all up to date.
Mm-hmm.
However, upon recording 45 minutes ago, I'll just say, the Try Guys uploaded a video, just the 3 of them, titled What Happened. It's titled What Happened with a period. And we saw it 45 minutes after it got uploaded. And it was 5.5 minutes long, but the video said so much. Eugene is pissed. Zach is pushing it away, doesn't want to deal with it. He's sad. He's using humor. And Keith looks torn up.
Yeah.
He looks
messed
up over this, which I mean, as he should. They've been friends for so long. It's insane. That's betrayal to hide a whole, you're living a double life, we talked about last episode. It's grimy and it's scummy and it's disgusting, and fuck Ned, and I really hope Ariel realizes she'll be better off without him. And yeah, I just thought it was crazy that we caught the video so early.
I love when that happens.
I know, I don't know. It's we got the our finger on the pulse, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, there's not really anything to update regarding that situation.
It's just that we saw it.
It's just that we saw it. They just uploaded it. And it's sad. They were talking about, if you haven't seen it, they were talking about how they're gonna remove Ned from any pre-recorded videos they had.
Which is insane.
They're gonna edit the videos that are already up and try to remove him out of it. They're cutting him out of everything, and it's crazy because that's a lot of editing. And they talked about that they're losing so much money from it because they will not have him in their videos. Mm-hmm. And there are some videos that they can't edit
because
him
they're
out,
sponsored,
and they're just there. The video is there and they'll never release it because Ned had such a big part in it.
That.
And they just can't cut him out. So they said they're losing so much money from that, which I feel bad for them because it's his fuck up and they have to clean it up, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not just a fuck up. It's he made this choice to hurt everybody in his life.
It was a conscious decision and he knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to be online about it and you're famous, You're famous. Like,
Mm-hmm.
people know you. People are going to see you. And you just, like...
To be open
Mm-hmm.
to the public and just, like, PDA with your querida?
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding?
It's insane.
But that is that.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this last episode. If you don't remember, go back and listen because we get into this.
Yes, we got into it.
But now we're going to get into the good stuff. The stuff that you probably clicked on this video for.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts.
Boogies.
Yes.
Boogalies.
Boobies.
Oogly
The stuff you clicked here for. Boobies.
No, the
We
oogly
promised them. Here they
boogalies.
are. I'm kidding. Yes. I'll go first. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could go like one story back and forth with
Yeah.
each other.
So, this is going to be set probably when I was 13. This happened. So, I'm 19 now, so it was 6 years ago. Right? Yeah. Yes.
He's a big girl now.
Yeah, I'm a big girl. But I still have the same reaction to things like this. So I was in Las Vegas with my family, or it was just me, my mom, my dad, and my aunt. And we were at the Wynn Hotel because she has a timeshare there. And so we were staying in the room, and my aunt likes to gamble. So she went downstairs to gamble. It was sleep time. What are you doing?
There's like a wet spot on my mic, but I don't feel
You
it.
licked it.
I don't feel it with my fingers. I feel it with my mouth.
Maybe your mouth's just wet.
Maybe.
It's a constant state of wetness. But anyways, so we were in this room. It was nighttime, sleep time, whatever. And I was sleeping in the same bed with my aunt because we got 2 queen or king beds or whatever. And it comes like 3 in the morning. All of a sudden, I wake up from my peaceful slumber. And I'm... Okay, let me paint a picture. There's 2 beds. My bed is... Or you walk into the room, you're looking at the room head on. To your left, you're going to see 2 beds next to each other.
To the left.
And they're facing a TV. If you're looking at it from where the TV is, the bed on the left is going to be my bed.
So you're the bed closest to the door.
Yes, I'm in the bed closest to the door, and I'm facing... Where I'm sleeping is on the side that's facing the wall.
So
And
the
on the
side
other-
closest to the door.
Yes. So there's that picture painted for you. Again, sleeping, peaceful slumber. I'm awoken. I'm woken up. And for no apparent reason, but I open my eyes, and there's something crouching in front of me. It's literally like this black mass with white eyes looking at me. And like not even 10 inches away from my face.
That's so scary.
Staring me down. And it was like crouching like an animal. Like, it was not it. Like it looked almost like a scare actor. Like that kind of crouch, you know? Like it wasn't even touching the floor really.
Oh.
With the butt, you know? It was just like hovering, you know?
Oh.
Creepy. And in this moment of weakness and vulnerability, fight or flight kicks in. I decided not to fight, but flight. And at first I couldn't move. And when I woke up, I thought it was just sleep paralysis. But then I covered myself with a blanket, and that's what I decided would protect me. I just covered my whole face and head with a blanket, which is like not something that I like to do in general because it's like suffocating. But I fell asleep like that because I don't even know how I fell asleep after that. I think I just was like, it's not real. Didn't actually happen. But that happened. And then the morning after, my aunt was talking to my mom, and I tell them what I saw, and I go to the bathroom, and my mom told me this like years later. She said that my aunt saw the same thing when she walked into the room. She saw something looking at me because she came home at like 4 a.m, and so it was looking at me for an hour.
Ew.
It was just sitting there for an hour. I got the chills. It was one of the scariest things I've ever had to experience. And the night after that, I slept in the bathtub because I could not sleep in that bed again.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder, it's like, what was it, number one? And, like,
why?
And, like, is that its room?
And
does it room hop?
What's funny, I'm gonna cry. I'm getting the chills. What's funny is that whole day, I had spent the day with my friend who lived in Las Vegas that day. And we were going around the hotel, going up and down the elevator and walking around the floors. And at one point, we went in the elevator and we were like, something doesn't feel right. Like, we were like, someone's definitely, like, we were in the elevator, something doesn't feel right. And we were walking down the hallway and we were like, someone's definitely watching us right now. We both had the same, like, feeling. And we just, we'd been exploring for, like, 30 minutes and we had to stop because we were like, no, I can't, like, we can't do this anymore. It got, like, scary because everything was too quiet for it to be a Las Vegas hotel. People are coming in and out of their rooms, going to gamble and stuff, and it was, like, nighttime or evening time. So, like, you'd think people would be active. Empty. Every floor was empty. Like, no one was there.
Weird.
Yeah. And then after she had left that night, that's when the crouch occurred. And the fact that, like, my aunt solidified what I had seen is insane.
That's the worst part.
But also, I kind of am happy that she saw it too, because it makes my story more credible. Because it's like, it's not just something that I imagined. So.
It makes it a real story, not just a dream.
Yeah. So there's that. That's one story. Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to start off with your fucking banger like that.
Sorry.
The first
one.
I
have other bangers.
Mine is very simple. I used to live in this house that I was led to believe was haunted for a very long time. Partially because from the time I was very little, there were certain parts of the house that I could not be around by myself. And I remember very vividly not being able to walk by certain areas without either running as fast as I can or being with someone. I would have to run past them even with the lights on and everything.
I feel that.
And one of the hot spots was the downstairs bathroom.
Oh.
And the other hot spot was the front door and, like, downstairs closet. It was like a hallway closet, I guess you could say.
That bathroom had some energy.
Bad vibes. Like, everybody that has been to my house has said bad vibes come from the bathroom downstairs. My story, I guess it's a good way to kick it off because it's, like, small enough where, you know, you're just teasing you a little bit, giving you a little taste.
Sorry I started off with a bang.
So from the time I was little, every time I would walk into the bathroom, no matter if it was daytime or nighttime, there was a light switch right by the door. And so I would reach around the wall, the door frame, and turn it on before I went into the room. Before I even looked into the room. So I'd been doing this from the time I was little. And I moved out of that house when I was 18 years old. And this happened one time only. I turned the light on and I turned the corner and there's a big mirror. It's like takes up the whole wall where the sink is. So you walk in, you see yourself, you see your reflection. So I turn on the light, turn into the bathroom, look in the mirror, and I see a shadow, not my shadow, but I see a shadow continue to walk straight instead of like turning and following me or stopping. And this particular bathroom, it was like in mini hallway. It was like a little cutout, essentially.
Very mini.
It wasn't, the hallway stopped at the bathroom, and there was nothing else in that hallway.
It was just like a little wall.
Yeah. So, that shadow had walked into the end of the hallway. I saw it pass me and like against the wall and just like walk into the end of the hallway. And in the moment I was like, weird. And then kind of
peculiar if
aborted
you say.
the mission of going to the bathroom. But I'll leave the story at this. This is not the last story to come from this bathroom, I'll tell you that much.
She went poop in it too. It was a doozy. No, that's a eerie one. That's a good way to start it off. I only have like little one, like teeny tiny ones, and then I have like long ones. Should I do a teeny tiny one?
Sure.
A teeny tiny teaser. So, in the home that I'm currently in, I have experienced a plethora of things. I'll go over them. Or I'll say what I've experienced, and then I'll tell you guys what my sister has experienced after Jan tells her next story. So, in my home, I have experienced... And it all stems... Why are bathrooms so freaky? Literally, why are bathrooms so freaky?
I think it's the mirrors.
Yeah. I was going potty in the bathroom in the hallway that we have. And this isn't just like a one-off thing. This happens a lot where either the door will be completely shut. I make sure it's like solid closed. And it just like the knob will jiggle a little bit and it'll open a little. And I'll close it and it'll just like pop back open. It's like a fight to keep the door closed. And then whenever I'm in that bathroom, I hear my name being called. Even if I'm home alone. Not whenever, but like occasionally. And scratches on the door. Like little like...
Open the door.
Like not like let me in, but like I'm here kind of scratches. Yeah, that's...
Like grazes on the door.
Yeah, which is even creepier. Because it's like, why are you lightly scratching that door?
Why don't you want to come in here?
Yeah. The smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's some bathroom experience that I've had. Jan, do you want to take it away?
Sure, but that's bad enough.
Yeah. That energy... The energy that comes from, like... So in my house, it's a hallway to all our rooms. But before the rooms come, it's bathroom and then my sister who has moved out, her room, that we've converted into an office. So now that room is just like desolate.
That room has always given me bad vibes. More than the bathroom.
I can't sleep in there.
It's so much worse than the bathroom because I can't even count on my hands how many times it's like, it's nighttime or whatever, even daytime, and the door is open and everyone in the house agreed that it was closed and that someone had closed it.
No, literally, I always close that door if I pass by it and it's open. And the fact that it's
always open. How is it always open?
Those two, that room and the bathroom are right across from each other. So it's like...
Yeah, the only time I've gotten bad vibes from the bathroom is like when... the other day, or not the other day, like it was like a couple weeks ago when you started smelling cigarettes in the bathtub, and I was like, and she was like, Jen, come here, and I went and I smelled it. I swear to God, I smelled it.
That's not the first time I've smelled. I'm crying. That is not the first time I've smelled cigarettes in that bathroom. No one in my house smokes that I know of.
No, yeah,
like
nobody smokes.
If you're gonna, you go outside.
Yeah, and even so, like
it didn't smell heavily,
or even nobody was awake, or like nobody was home, or whatever the case was.
And the bathroom smelled like cigarettes. Only in the bathtub.
Only in the bathtub. That was a crazy thing. It was like someone was sitting there smoking and taking a bath.
Creepy.
Yeah, no. So there's only been a few times where the bathroom gives me bad vibes. But it's always the room across. Pam's old room.
That
always,
room.
Always.
Mm-hmm. And she's never said anything about it.
No, that's the thing. She lived in that room for
her whole life,
20-something years, and never said anything bad about it. But it's kind of like an unspoken thing where it's like kind of weird.
Or it's like, oh, we're not going in there.
Yeah.
Creepy.
I guess my next story, also bathroom related. This is not my story, but I have it memorized because it shook me to my core, and I'm not even saying that to be funny. However, because we're telling ghost stories, I'm going to be completely transparent. There are a few stories that aren't mine on here that I don't know the entire credibility to, because the people whose stories they are were on drugs. But
question.
But not. Huh.
Did this happen with us?
No.
Oh, okay.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, but
Not
the
credible.
drugs that they were using were not hallucinogens or psychedelics. So do with that what you will.
Yes.
Anyways, one night, well, backstory. My mom is a friggin' insomniac like crazy. MF doesn't go to sleep until 5 a.m. every night. And back at our old house, again, all these stories are from my old house. She would go downstairs and have, a little treat, a little late night snack. And my second oldest brother would come home late every night. And we would all be asleep except for my mom every time he got home. So this one specific night, he comes home, my mom's downstairs and in the kitchen, and he walks down, he talks to her, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Okay. He's walking to the stairs past the bathroom. He walks past the bathroom, starts going up the stairs. Clip, clop, clip, clop. Good night, he says. And to which someone responds, good night, in a man's voice. And it takes my brother a second because, okay, there are two other men in the house, but they're both upstairs sleeping. And at that point, when he realizes that both of them are sleeping and the bathroom is empty, he runs as fast as he can upstairs. And I obviously was asleep and I didn't know anything about this. He didn't tell the story until years later. But yeah, that's just another story from the same bathroom.
That whole house had some energy to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everywhere has energy to it, obviously. But, usually places that have energy, it's just, certain spots.
Mm-hmm.
But there, for me, every time I went into that house, it was oh.
Yeah, that house had a presence, and it was weird. They always joke, my brothers always joked with me that, it's on an Indian burial ground. Which who knows what's true and what's not.
And what's not interesting, but what's a big coincidence is that your address ended in 666.
That's true. Yeah, I had 666 in my address. So, which I think it's funny because our house wasn't even the worst one on our cul-de-sac. There was
that activity?
Yeah. There was a house on the corner, is the first house when you turn in on the cul-de-sac. And the turnover rate of that house, every year, maybe 2 years, new people. And it had started because somebody killed themselves. I think it was a murder-suicide in that house.
Bruh.
Yeah, and ever since then, the turnover rate has been insane, and people renovate it, people change it up, and then they leave. People redo shit inside, and then they leave. So my house wasn't even the worst, and it had 666 in its in the fucking address. So yeah, the corner house always gave bad vibes, and my parents almost bought that one too, but
Good thing
or not
they
two,
didn't.
but almost bought that one.
We have 2
But-
houses.
But yeah, that house was bad vibes.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked about my experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also one time I saw my deceased grandmother who I had never met.
Mm.
I saw her. I was going into the jacuzzi, which to get there from inside the house, you have to go through my parents' room to get to the back door. And I was going in their room, and then next to my dad's side of the bed, I saw my deceased grandmother from my dad's side, just standing. Not
hanging
creepy,
out.
but like I thought that was worth mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Some experiences that my sister has had in this house are a lot worse than mine.
Mm.
Like, a lot worse. And these are some of them. So, she told me that sometimes the fridge would open on its own. Which, like, a fridge is something you have to kind of pull to open.
No, the fridge, it has a seal.
So the door would just open.
Ooh.
And then that happened in the kitchen, obviously. And there's a window in our kitchen that leads to the side of the house. And she said that she was having a sleepover with her friend, and her friend can attest to this as well. They were getting something from the kitchen, and they look out the window, and there's a man standing there looking at them, looking right back at them. And I've seen, like, shadows and stuff. Why am I crying? I keep, like, getting on the verge of tears. This stuff freaks me out to my core, and I'm very sensitive to this stuff for some reason. But, yeah, I've seen shadows and stuff outside, but I've never seen, like, a full-blown man looking back at me. And now that she told me that, I need to have every single window in the house closed.
Yeah.
Because that was one of my biggest things, was, like, opening the window at night and seeing someone looking right back at you. The worst thing ever. And that actually happened to her. So that's a little suspicious and creepy. And there's just, like, been voices and all that stuff. And what's funny is, like, my dad is a total non-believer. Even after what happened with me and my aunt, like, saying that actually happened, he still doesn't think that it happened. And I don't know. I think it's funny that, like, all these things that people experience happen, and, like, people still discount them and like don't think that they're true. But those are some of what my sister's experienced. Obviously, I don't know the half of it because she doesn't want to scare me because I'm still living in this home. But that's still scary enough. So, your turn.
This is more, not necessarily a story, but more so a comment about my old house. Keep in mind, I take showers now. I've taken showers my whole life. Yet. In one bathroom in my home, in my old home. Not the scary one, a different one. It's actually, like, almost right above it. Because we lived in a 2-story house, and it was a little bit, like, diagonal from it, I guess, but above it. Only in this shower, I would experience, obviously, when I was alone especially, I would have the feeling of, like, somebody watching me while I was in the shower, because we had it was a glass shower. And I always had the feeling somebody was watching me. I would hate to close my eyes. And every time I closed my eyes, it would happen when my eyes were open too, but every time I closed my eyes, which happens a lot when you're in the shower, you know, you're rinsing your hair, whatever, I would always feel like a presence, and I would feel somebody, like, rubbing my shoulders.
Relaxing.
And, like, right? And, like, touching my neck and shoulders. And, like, upper back. And it would always happen when my eyes were closed. Almost 100% of the time that my eyes were closed, I would feel that. And it didn't really click that's what I was feeling until like years later. And I was like, oh my God, why does it feel like somebody's touching me? And it would feel like that for the entire shower in one bathroom. And granted, and there was another bathroom in my home where I had showered multiple times and I never felt it. And now I am at a different home and I've showered and not felt it. And so it was always really weird because, you wonder, okay, these are weird, some kind of energy, spiritual like some kind of presence. Where did it come from and why is it latched on to one place,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I guess that's not
Who
really...
do they work for?
I guess it's not really a story, more so just a comment.
It's a story. That's... Oof. When it comes to, like, things actually making contact with you, that freaks me out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I've never experienced something touching... Well, that's a lie. Sometimes I get, like, little taps on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, a whisper, a sweet nothing in the ears. But it's never been full on, like...
Mm-hmm.
grab, Yeah. That's oof. My next story is a doozy. Strap yourself in for this one. So, my family and I went on vacation to Nuevo Vallarta. We went, it probably was like, it was before my grandma passed away. So it was more than 5 years ago. We went on this trip.
Yeah, I think you guys went in like 2014.
2014, we went on this trip to Nuevo Vallarta, and that's like where all the resorts are, because there's Puerto Vallarta and then there's Nuevo Vallarta, and we were in the resort area of there, and we didn't know at the time, but then we found out all this stuff. So I'm gonna tell you the story.
It was 2016.
It was 2016?
Yeah, because it was when I came back from Italy.
2016. So it started off with us getting to the hotel and going to our rooms. My parents' room was all the way on the other side of the hotel, from everyone else's rooms. And we went with another family. It's my sister's godparents and their sons. We went with them. And we were all getting settled in our rooms, and we come out, and there was little wet footprints on the floor. It was our first day being there, and we were like, oh, some kid probably was running around. Didn't make anything of it, and then the whole trip, things just felt weird, and we kept seeing little wet footprints on the floor, and at one point, your brother, who's married to my sister, if you guys didn't know, they were there too, and he was in the room with the boys, the two other boys from the other family that we were with, and they were in the hotel, or they were in the elevator together, and they decided to go up to the 13th floor, the like unofficial 13th floor, because hotels don't really have 13th floor.
Yeah.
And the elevator stayed, or I don't even think they decided to go up there actually. I think they wanted to go to a different floor, but the elevator took them up to like the unofficial floor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
it was like an employee only floor. And the doors stayed open for probably like 4 minutes. And there was just an empty desk in front of them, like desolate. And that was creepy for them, I guess, or whatever. And so there was one night where we were all at, it was a thunderstorm. Thunderstorm, I think. Yeah. And we were on the beach. And it was like pitch black, nighttime. And we see this little girl on the beach. Next to us was this Hard Rock hotel or cafe or whatever. And so we were like, oh, she's probably with her family there. And she said, she came up to us and started talking to us and was like, can I stay with you guys? The other family that my family was with, the parents were like, yeah, you can stay with us. And she stayed with us for about a couple hours. but I have pictures that I took where she was clearly in them. Like, I took them knowing that she was in them, and then looking back, she's not in them. It's just like a flash of light. And I can't find those pictures anywhere anymore. I don't know where they went. But we were looking for crabs on the beach, and we got tacos at, like, the caterer, and she was like, oh, my parents are just in their room. And we were like, why'd they let you out here? And she's like, oh, well, I'm in another room with my sister, and she's asleep.
And she's a slut.
And she's a slag. And we were like, what the fuck? And so, it starts getting really late, whatever. And also, would be good to know that thunderstorms create very rocky waves. It's very much, like, not a good time to be out in the sea during a thunderstorm. So there's that information. That night comes around, and we all go to bed. Me and my sister's here laughing like, oh my god.
That scared
like
the
a kid
crap out of me.
Please.
So bad.
We just had a plate slipped under my door that says dinner. But it was very scary.
I was like, what is that noise?
She's here. Please.
God.
So, we heard little kids giggling outside our room. And we were like, huh? And so, and our AC kept turning on and off. And we mentioned that to the hotel, and they were like, it only turns on and off when someone's coming in and out of the room. Like, when it detects a person coming and leaving. And so we were like, huh? We haven't left. We're, like, trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
We want it to be cold in here. And we hear the giggling, whatever. Then we go to breakfast in the morning. And we're just telling each other how we slept. We say, oh, we heard giggling. And then the couple that told the little girl that she could stay with them said that when they were asleep, I think their TV turned on. And they felt something in between them, like a weight pressed down on their blankets. Like a kid going to bed with their parents. And they heard giggling too. My parents didn't experience anything. They were on the opposite side of the hotel. So we were like, huh, weird. And I guess that they took the little girl to her room. And there was no one staying in the room. She had a wristband too.
Nice.
And so they went, or the room was, I think she had a key. She had a key. No one was in the room. And so they left her in the room, went to the hotel staff, told them, and they were like, no one's staying in that room.
Let that room empty.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, it must be the Niña Traviesa. And everyone was like, what the fuck?
The who?
The what now? And so that happened. They freaked out. Didn't say anything until the morning after. And then we had dinner that night. And it was raining hard again. And we were inside this room, like a dining hall. And the lights go out. They come back on. And me and my sisters went to the bathroom. And while we're walking to the bathroom, there's like a shaded part of these stairs that you have to walk past to go to the bathroom. Or like a covered part of these stairs that you have to walk past to go to the bathroom. And they are full of little wet footprints. Like the same we'd been seeing the whole time. And we were like, huh, must be the girl. And we go to bathroom. I'm the first one out. And in the mirror behind me, I see the little girl in a stall. Like an open door stall.
Bruh.
And I'm like, huh?
Hey.
And then I like, she vanished. I diverted my attention because I was like, she's not real. And then she vanished.
Weird.
Yes. And the hotel staff confirmed that, like, there was something in the hotel. A little girl died in a thunderstorm in the ocean. And she was staying at the hotel. And apparently she goes up to the staff and, like, asks them. Like, one of the staff members said that she asked him to make her a smoothie. And it was before everything opened, but he made her a smoothie anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time the smoothie was done, she was gone, and all that was left were little wet footprints. And that
Crazy.
sounds fake,
Yeah.
but it's not fake. I experienced this. I experienced the giggling, and
Yeah.
the little girl herself,
Yeah.
who disappeared in thin air and is not in my pictures anymore. And like,
Yeah.
we all had separate experiences with her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm sorry about that long one.
No, that's probably the most prominent ghost story we have. For me, another little experience I have, it was in my old house. In my old room. It was my original room that was used to be in my nursery and everything.
The Jan factory.
The Jan my wall, oh Jesus Christ, my bed was against the wall where my door is, and across is a window, and in a corner against the window wall I had a TV, whatever. There was this night where my family and I were getting ready to go to Vegas, so, oh, go to bed, we're going to leave early in the morning so we could get to Vegas for a check-in or whatever. So I'm asleep. 3 a.m. rolls around.
Of course.
Yeah, corny. As corny as it sounds, it happened. By the way, almost every time I wake up in the middle of the night, it's 3 a.m.
Literally. I woke up this morning and it was 2:56, and I was like, no.
Like, I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Like, I've woken up at like 3:33 before. Like,
that's the worst.
It's just bad vibes. And I usually don't fall asleep until 4, just because like I'm like I can't go back to sleep right now. But anyways, I didn't know what time it was when I woke up. I figured that out later. However, I just woke up. I've been a terrible sleeper my whole life. And I think I mentioned this last episode where I don't sleep with my back to the room. I can't. And at that time, I slept with the door open, and my parents slept with their door open. We were pretty much across the hall with each other. My mom had the TV on. There was a little bit of light in my room. So I'm laying down on my side, facing my room. And in the corner of my room, underneath the TV, the light from my mom's TV is just enough for me to make something out that's staring at me. And I'm just able to make out its silhouette and the way it's crouching. I like to describe it as the way like a frog crouches, or the way you play leapfrog. You have your legs out, your arms in the middle, and it's staring at me. It's black, super skinny, and with a white face. So similar to Deb's creature, except hers was white eyes. Mine is its entire face is white. And my memory and my paranoia kind of changes its face, and I don't know if the face that I see in my head right now is the same face that I saw at that time, but all I know, black figure, white face. And I'm looking at it, and I'm freaking the fuck out because I'm like, why is there something in my room? And sure enough, it starts crawling towards me very fast, like insanely fast. And similar to Deb, instinctively, I kind of I squeeze my eyes shut, and which is why I know I've never had sleep paralysis before, and I was fully in control of my body. I just did not move because I was so scared.
Yeah.
And
it's paralyzing.
So I go under the blankets and I squeeze my eyes shut, and then I open and it's gone, and which then sends me spiraling, and I'm having a full-on panic attack, and I go to my mom and I sleep in my mom's bed. But that was an experience that happened to me probably when I was around 9 years old or so. I was pretty young, and it was probably pretty shaping, like pretty had a big influence on how I ended up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Do we want to maybe do this one
Yeah.
and then go into our weekly segments?
Yeah.
So this last one
story,
is
because
a
we're at
shared-
55 minutes.
It's a shared experience that we had.
Mm-hmm.
We were hanging out all day, and everything was fine until it was time for her to leave. And I was like, Jan, don't leave.
Yeah.
Like if something doesn't feel right, don't go.
Mm-hmm. And I, at the same time, had this paranoid thought in my brain that there was somebody waiting outside the front door, and that,
Like a creepy.
and I could see like this face waiting for me. And I think it's the same face that's kind of haunted me my whole life. When I was younger, I used to kind of picture it in my bedroom window or the hallway window. And it's this kind of same face, creepy, smiley face that just haunts me. And I saw it so clearly. Like
outside
in
the
my
door,
mind,
waiting.
outside. That I'm going to open the front door, and it's gonna be standing right there. And so we both kind of like,
She put that thought in my head.
yeah, I was like,
You're like, there's
like
something.
I was literally hand on the handle, and I look at her and I was like, I feel like something's on the other side of this door. And then she starts freaking out. We are freaking out.
We're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? You
Yeah.
need to go. Like it's really
Yeah,
late.
it
Your
was
nonna
like-
wants you home.
Yeah. And I don't remember exactly the series of events and how it played out, but I know I needed some cool down time, and we sat on the couch, and
We played some Mario Party or whatever.
yeah, we had something on the TV to distract us, and I sat there probably for like a good 20 minutes. And I was just like,
No.
there's nothing outside.
And when it was time for her to go, I had my phone in my hand, did not have it open with facial recognition.
And your phone had been like kind of wigging out earlier in the evening, like
Yeah.
right before this happened. I remember your phone was doing weird shit.
But all of a sudden, she's literally hand on the doorknob. My phone on full blast starts to play this song called Don't Go by the Greeting Committee, and it starts from the chorus.
Yeah,
where
it
she's
started
saying,
in the middle of the song, and
I got the chills.
it wasn't like I interrogated her because I was like, were you listening to that song before? And like your
was
phone
like,
just like
Spotify
slid
wasn't
up and
even
you just like
open.
it played, and she was not in the middle of listening to that song on her Spotify.
Spotify was not open on my phone.
And yeah,
And the fact that it started from the chorus where it says "Don't go," that's the first thing that you hear from this woman's mouth. Crazy. But everything was fine after that. We opened the door. There was not a creepy face there.
There was not a creepy face there. I made it home safe, and I was okay. But
that was just like a shared like weird experience that we had. But on a lighter note,
yes, that concludes our ghost stories for today's episode. But to stay on theme, today's F, Marry, Kill will be the one,
the only.
the only
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Can you pull them up?
Yes, I will.
I don't know the names. I don't think I've fully watched the Ghostbusters movie.
What?
Yeah.
I used to watch it all the time. I love Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 1984. Cast, please. Cast. Alright, well now they're all old, so I guess images? Maybe?
Because I don't know their names.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Young cast.
They might give you the new Ghostbusters movie.
I know.
Cast.
Oh, it shows Dustin.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, while we're doing this, I just want to let you guys know to be very afraid before you go to bed tonight. To sleep with one eye open. Because who knows what you'll see. Maybe it'll be us crawling at you.
Ooh. With a painted face.
Mm-hmm. Maybe your parents will let us into your home. And they'll let us watch you sleep.
Or maybe they won't let us in and we'll just watch anyways.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It has 97%.
Look out your window. We're there.
Okay, well, now they're all old, so if you want, we can look up pictures of them young, but this is them old.
That's okay. Can I ask you first?
Yeah.
So, we're gonna go for the Michelin tire guy ghost. Like him in that form.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Dr. Peter Venkman.
Bill Murray!
And then we're gonna go... Is he a prominent person?
I have no idea.
Okay. I don't know who else. And then we're gonna go... I don't think I've ever seen the original Ghostbusters.
That's insane. That's actually insane.
But...
We need to watch it. We need to put it on our fall, or our
Is he
Halloween
big?
list. Yeah, he's one of the Ghostbusters.
Okay,
I think.
we'll do Egan Spengler.
Let's see. Egan. Harold Ramis.
Harold.
Why did it do that?
So we'll do the Michelin tire guy, Ghost. And then we're going to do Bill Murray as Venkman. And then we're going to do, what was his name?
Yeah, he's this one. He's a cutie.
Oh, he's cute. Spangler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Spangler.
Egon Spangler. Okay,
Girl, dish. Who are you
Okay.
effing? Who are you marrying? And who are
well,
you killing?
Mr. Tire Man dies anyway, so bye.
Whoa!
I'm gonna have to F Egon Spangler
Okay.
and marry Bill Murray because he's just
He's
such
Bill Murray.
he's such the husband
Yeah,
type, you
yeah.
know. And he, I mean, in his youth, clearly looks like a friggin' F boy. So it's like
Yeah.
just
True.
one and done. That's just me though.
Bill Murray is a forever type of guy.
I love him. He's so
Yeah.
old now.
I know.
Okay.
Him and Tom Hanks make me sad that they're old.
I know they're gonna die someday.
Stop.
And this is gonna be a very sad day for
Mhm.
humanity. Okay. For you, you get. Hold on. Let me pull up a picture of him.
Okay.
Hold on.
Is it a good one? The ghost. Do I get the ghost?
Okay, you're gonna get him.
No!
She's getting
Is
this. The slime man, the slime monster, Slimer.
Slimer?
Slimer.
Fitting.
Let's see how this guy looked, or let's see how who's Louis Tully? Louis Tully, Ghostbusters. No, I'm not gonna give you him. He's a little nerd.
I love him.
Okay, then you get him.
Louis Tully.
And then, let's see.
So I got Tully, Slimer. Tully plays
Yeah, and he's
Seymour.
a cutie. That's why I recognized him. And you get him, Winston.
Tully,
The
Slimer, and Winston.
Winston's a fine piece of man.
I'm gonna probably F Winston, marry
Smart.
Tully,
Smart.
and kill Slimer.
Smart. So very similar route to
Yeah.
mine, where it's like you F the piece of man,
'Cause,
and
like,
then you
I could go the funny route and be like, oh, I F Slimer.
yeah, but
But, like, he seems
Nah.
nasty.
yeah, no, he's I love him.
He's grimy and nasty, and his name is Slimer.
Slimer.
No.
Ew.
So, that's what I would do.
Nice. That was good.
Personally, they're not my type. None of them are my type. Except the one that played Seymour. He's nerdy. He's cute.
Yeah, no,
he's a cutie.
I think he's your type.
Yeah. Damn. Read me like that.
The nerdy white man is your type.
Girl. Please. I've been watching too much Drag Race.
True.
I'm gonna get annoying if I have not already, real soon.
Yeah.
You said you have.
No.
The silence was very telling.
No. Because I relate, so if I keep watching Drag Race, I'll get annoying too, and I'll just get sassy to the point where it's like, you're not even funny, you're just being mean.
This podcast is gonna become borderline unwatchable for everyone.
Literally.
So we did that segment.
Yeah. Well, now time for our last and final segment.
Oh.
Sad. Already. It's already here. Anyways, media.
Media of the week. Billy on the street.
So, go ahead. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
I can go first if you would like me to.
Go ahead.
Okay. For my songs, I got BBY or Bibi by Blade.
I'm Blade, she call me Bladey.
And then CNC by the Frights. Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band. And You're Dead by Norma Tanga. And then for media, I have Fortnite and RuPaul's Drag Race as per usual. That's about it.
For my media, I am very sorry, but I have no songs. I have artists and playlists.
You have one song.
No, that's my playlist.
Oh, that's a song. But that's a cute name for a playlist.
Daisy, I've been listening to literally Daisy's entire discography for the past 3 weeks, mainly in preparation for the concert, but here we are, post-concert, and I'm still listening to it. I put Lady Gaga, but not really, so I take that back. And then I put Halloweeny, which is my Halloween playlist, which has a lot of good Halloween-themed songs. The classic Ghostbusters, Season of the Witch, This Halloween, whatever. And some other not-so-classic ones, like Red Right Hand by Nick and whatever the fuck the band name is. And, yeah, and some David Bowie song that I can't remember the name of. So it's a little all over the place, but overall very Halloween-y, and it's fun. And it also has songs that aren't necessarily Halloween-y, but kind of give me Halloween vibes, like Running Up That Hill, which isn't a Halloween song, but
Stranger Things.
Yeah. So that's my media.
RuPaul's Drag Race as well?
Yeah, I guess so. And Psych, and I've been starting to watch YouTube recently, which I haven't done in a very long time. So it's interesting to get back in it. I don't know. But yeah.
Solid episode, you guys. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could
tell.
Our
first themed episode.
Yeah, but I don't know if you could tell. We didn't plan this out until 10 minutes before we recorded.
Yes.
So it's a pretty good episode.
Pretty solid for what we had going into this.
maybe it's not the funniest, but it has substance.
Yes.
And that's all that we can ask for and that you should ask for. Because you're not giving us much to work with.
For real. You never give us anything to work with.
Every time
you never give us anything to work with because nobody responds to our stories.
Who's
nobody
commenting?
Answers our polls.
No one.
For real. It's just the same
active
person every week. My brother who
engage
comments and he's like, good episode. So
it's embarrassing at this point.
Yeah. Anyways.
Do something.
Anyways.
We have 400 views on one video and there's only 6 comments.
Literally, what the fuck is that about?
Bruh.
God.
Anyways. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Subscribe and like and comment, please. And share.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Anyways, for real though, bye guys.
We have to eat dinner.
Yes, and I have to pee so bad.
Oh.
We appreciate you very much. Thank you for watching. And do everything we said before. Just we're asking nicely this time.
Please and thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.